There have been days, and I think you know what I mean. Even today, I can see it in some of your faces. Today is hard for many. Have you ever had a day when it seemed as if nothing went right? Not the way you planned or expected? For example, when a friend or loved one falls ill or injured, or you drop nearly everything to be present and provide care. When an unexpected twinge causes you to rethink how you tackle the day's chores. Or when a technical glitch, power outage, or weather event causes delays or cancellations of your meetings or your travel plans, or even just getting across town. I'm sure you have your own examples. Out of necessity, we must adjust and invent our own alternative plans, which likely require some imagination. I tried that. Wackerly was blocked by an accident or a stoplight outage, so I decided I'd come up to, what is this? This is Wackerly. This is Wheeler and Wackerly. So I thought I'd try Wackerly. I got to Eastman, and there was an accident there. And so, okay, back around the other way. I tried imagination. Try another option, right? Life can be like that. I'm reminded of Octavia Butler's quote, "The only lasting truth is change." It takes a village to raise a child, goes the proverb, meaning that a community must provide for and interact positively with children for them to experience and grow in a safe, healthy environment. We collectively are responsible for the well-being and nurturing of one another's children. As an aside, as was mentioned before, if any parents wish to take part in the child dedication ceremony next week, please see me after the service. That ceremony will be a tangible reminder of our collective responsibility to one another's children. The world of today may not be what we would choose for our children to witness or experience. A time of war and disease and political unrest, of isolation and estrangement, of gun violence and online threats, known and unknown. When was the last time you asked yourself, or others in this congregation, what's it like being a parent in these times? What's it like being a child? My guess is for most of us, it's been too long. Our fellowship has faced significant challenges in its 70-year history. By the way, happy birthday. We've been around 70 years. Not least of these challenges, among the most recent, were the 500-year flood and a worldwide pandemic. Amid the chaos of that these events caused, we did our best to navigate them with care. I'm very proud of this fellowship's overall response to the pandemic. We continued to care for one another. We learned a lot during that time, and our overall attendance, programming, and financial support remained steady. Unfortunately, our response to the pandemic was in some ways insufficient and caused many of our families, children, and youth to find support and meaning elsewhere, in other ways, in other places. We were not as attentive to their needs as we might have been. And to some degree, we lost their voices in the life of this congregation. I'm glad to say our families are coming back. Welcome back. But our fellowship is not alone in this trend. A decline in Unitarian Universalist religious education attendance nationwide began before the pandemic, in 2017. In the years since then, it has become clear that to some religious professionals that traditional curriculum-based programs no longer serve our families, children, and youth as well as they used to. And as our staff and volunteers can attest, it's nearly impossible to consistently teach from a curriculum in today's age of blended families when our fellowship attendance, children's attendance fluctuates between 2 and 20 on any given Sunday. Many congregations are asking whether the term religious education really is the right term, if it still accurately describes what this shared ministry is and is about, and have come to use the term faith formation or faith development instead. So over the last several years, Unitarian Universalist religious educators across the country have been researching and testing and planning and practicing what faith formation might mean or look like. More on that in a moment. How many of you have sung lullabies, rocked a child to sleep, kissed a boo-boo, or provided other loving reassurance by attending to someone, being near some child or even adult in need? I hope all of us have that opportunity. In Reverend Weinstein's prayer, we acknowledged all those life-giving ones who have nurtured us, who have healed with their presence, listened with sympathy, gave wise advice when asked, held us gently in sorrow and celebrated our triumphs, those who praised us for taking risks, took pride in our successes, and offered compassion in our failures. All who freely and wholeheartedly gave us life, sustenance, and vision. I hope that you as a child received such blessings. Cultures worldwide and for millennia have honored and celebrated the binary gender-specific roles of mother and father. In recognition of an increasingly aware and gender-diverse culture, today's service celebrates innovation, our month's theme of imagination, and the birth of new ideas in addition to all those who have nurtured, taught, and protected us in our lives. Today, we, like millions of others around the world, are challenged to meet the needs of the day with imagination. Reverend Dennehy invited us in today's reading to meet these challenges by imagining our birth into a new phase of existence. Imagine we have arrived. Out of the violence and the rush, we are birthing into light. Awake and amazed that we can trust the hush, the hum, the hands we fall into like waves. Learning how to speak our names, how to define ourselves in this moment. Turning those names in our mouths until they shine on our tongues like pearls, silver pearls, until something inside us is a sail, gratitude billowing. There have been days like the one in today's story, when story time is canceled, when our hairdo is ruined, when the park is full of noisy people, when we leave our tickets at home, when nothing seems to be going right and we feel like a failure. When such days happen, if we can close our eyes, take a deep breath, settle our lizard brains, and ground ourselves, new possibilities can emerge. We can realize that despite everything falling apart, today or tomorrow still can be special, splendid, wonderful. Perhaps simply because we choose to spend them with one another. We may ask creatively, what if we, and answer, you know, we could, and the day is redeemed. I've spoken previously about emerging opportunities that our new mission statement and the current challenging social conditions might provide us. Necessity, adapting to what is, requires invention, creative responses. How many parents do we have here today of currently young children? A fair number? Parents, can you answer this? How have you adapted your parenting in these challenging times? Let's start with COVID. How did you adapt your parenting during COVID?
A lot more screen time.
More screen time. Yeah. What else? Homeschooled. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What else? Yeah. Wearing masks, protecting ourselves and one another.
And to be very self-sufficient. Couldn't have help.
Being self-sufficient. Yeah. Yeah. So we
Time in parks instead of going indoor places.
more time outside at parks and such, right? Yeah. What a blessing. Reframing the world for a 10-year-old. Yeah. It takes creativity, imagination, right? To rethink how we're going to approach this situation. Thank you. The current challenges provide us with opportunities to redefine ourselves as individuals and as a congregation. Out of necessity, we must adjust and invent alternative plans with imagination. Imagine our fellowship entering a new phase of existence. So this previous way of teaching and serving our children and youth isn't working. Well, what if in the coming months, together we will conceive of and birth a new kind of faith formation program that better serves our families, teens, and children. The plan is still forming, but it begins like this. We've promoted Sam Keeler as our new faith formation coordinator. Yay, Sam. He will be mentored by someone already doing this work in another congregation where it's working. And we will form a new faith formation ministry team to help Sam and me lead this process. Whether you're a parent or not, if the possibilities excite you as much as they do me, please let one of us know. And we will identify our family's needs, identify our available resources, and commit ourselves to building this program that serves us all better. The process will result in some experimentation. A lot of fun, some testing, some confusion, and yes, some mistakes. Gatherings on Sundays and other days of the week may need to change. You might be asked to do things you've rarely done before, to be present to this fellowship in new ways. I invite you to welcome these changes with curiosity, open minds and hearts, and willing hands. It's an exciting time. It is important that through this process we continue to hold one another and our shared covenant close, that we ask questions. There will be questions, always questions. Find answers together, and continue living out a shared commitment and our shared values, with love, of course, at the center. I am confident that we will create together a program that is special, splendid, and wonderful, because we will engage in it together. It takes a village. I will close by paraphrasing my colleagues. In coming days and months, may our lives and the lives of those we love shimmer anew. May we notice new possibilities. May the hunger growing within give birth to new dreams. May the courage of letting go pull a new story into view. May what is give way to what might be. And may we believe again in the world we imagine. And may we pass along what we ourselves have received: life-giving, strength, nurturing, and care to the precious beings entrusted to us by biology, destiny, friendship, fellowship, or fate. May it be so.